Today's our lecture is about audit sampling. Last week we learned this lecture in Russian. I explained to you about this audit sampling structure, audit sampling definitions. So today we learn audit sampling in English. Learning objectives today define audit sampling and discuss its applicability. The second plan is distinguish between sampling and the non-sampling risk. Third, our plan is distinguish between statistical and the non-statistical types of audit sampling. So, fourth, we learn about explain the steps in planning and selecting a sample. Next one, describe the main methods of statistical sampling. And in the last, we learn about indicating why auditors may use non-statistical sampling. We know that every hour lecture we learn auditing standards, international auditing standards. Audit sampling is also about international audit standard number 530. We must learn this standard in English. We must learn what types of audit sampling we use. Auditors in most of the countries use in their audit practice. Most of all they use non-statistical or statistical types of audit sampling. So I must say that according to the international auditing standard 530, audit sampling is defined as a process which includes the application of audit procedures to less than 500 of items within a class of transactions or accounts balance sheet, such that all audit sampling units have chance of the selection. So we know that our last lecture was in Russian. I explained to you how we must select in all general population of the documents. So every item must have chance to be selected. It is definition in International Auditing Standard 530. So basic concepts of sampling. Sample inference. If you look at your presentation which I sent you, you can see that here the sampling, what is this? This is sampling. It is the general population of the documents. We must inference the sampling methods. We must use this method in sampling. So the sample must have characteristics that are similar to those of the population. When sampling is used to obtain evidence, we know that it is a huge stage to collect the evidence, audit evidence. We know that in auditing we have 4 stages, yes, 4 stages of auditing. The huge stage, it is the 3rd stage. It calls as audit evidence, yes? Audit evidence. So we know that the 1st stage is introduction of the client's business. The 2nd stage is audit planning. It is the main stage of audit in auditing. It is audit evidence, and the last stage is audit conclusion. Our next lecture will be about audit conclusion. Today we learn in this part when we collect audit evidence in order to give audit conclusion, we must use one of the audit methods. It is audit sampling. Auditors cannot check all 100% of the documents, check in their practice. So they have to use audit sampling. So when we collect audit evidence, we must give our opinion about this population of the document and sample them and give the sampling documents. So we have in the sampling stage, we have sampling risks. In last lecture I explained about the risk. When I explained about when I am commissioned and come to your class and I must give to your groups stage, knowledge stage, I must sample your students, the group student, and give all the group's opinion, how they have knowledge about this subject or all the economical science. So if in the sampling can have maybe not sophisticated students in their marks, for example, not good in mark students, the auditor have to give all the group's members not good opinion. So it is one type of the risk. It is one type of the risk. So they have to be very accurate when they sample the documents. So sampling risk means the risk arising from the possibility that the auditor's conclusion based on the sample may be different from the conclusion reached in the entire population were subjected to the same audit procedure. So, types of the sample risk. In this case of test of the control, sample risk is the risk the auditor will conclude the control risk is lower than it actually is, or the risk the auditor will conclude that the control risk is higher than it actually is. It is two types of the sampling risk. When we use sources for sampling risk, it may be human error, it may be reliance on erroneous information received from the another part. So, how to keep the risk to minimum? Standards. Also, I must say that in International Auditing Standard 530, paragraph A 13, said that there are three types of audit sampling. How to select audit sampling? The first one, it is, we know, random sampling. What does it mean? we very often use this word. We often use this word. We must know what is it. When we select, we can select randomly. So what is it? Who will explain this term? If your gadget, your telephone, smartphone is used to be in English, you can also use this word. So the second selecting sample is systematic sampling. Systematic sampling. What is it? Systematic sampling is when we can imagine that we have 100 documents. So when we randomly select the documents, it may be any random 3, maybe it may be 25, it may be 77. Any randomly document we can select. If we use systematic selecting sample, we must use 3, 13s, 23s. So it is the last 93 document. So it is systematically used the documents. And the last type of the audit sampling, it is haphazard. Haphazard selecting between random and systematic audit sampling. When we use haphazard audit sampling, so we can use also this type randomly. We can select also systematic approach. We can use in this haphazard type of the audit sampling. So it is the main ideas of our today's lecture, audit sampling. If you have any questions, you may give. Aziz, systematic, when I talk about audit sampling types, who will answer? What is random type of audit sampling?
Random sampling is a method where auditors are selected by chosen purely by chance, ensuring that each item in the population has an equal probability of being chosen.
You are right. Next type of audit sampling is systematic. Who will answer for this question?
Systematic sampling is a method where researchers select members of the population at a regular interval. For example, by selecting every 15th person on a list.
Okay, you are right. And the last type of audit sampling, it is haphazard. Who will answer for this question? What is haphazard type of this?
Haphazard sampling in auditing means selecting items without any specific method. Items are selected randomly but without any specific rule.
Yes, you are right. Thank you. I suggest that you understand this lecture. Yes?
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.